going on, people? Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. Hope you guys are doing well. Holidays are fastly approaching, and I am excited. I love the holidays, especially getting together with the families, and that's what it's all about. It's not about the material things. It's about those experiences, those priceless experiences you have with your family. So for those of us who are blessed to still have blessed to have a family, really just don't take that for granted. I surely don't. So today we are talking net neutrality. I'll kind of go over what that is and the FUD that's being spread around the internet about that. And actually this topic came up because of a sub of mine asked me twice actually to touch on this subject, so I will do so. And before we get into any of the particulars on today's subject, let's go ahead and take a look at Marco's crypto Christmas countdown. And actually, this song is perfect for today's crypto pick for the 13th or day 13. Some little Bone Thugs and Harmony, Meet Me at the Crossroads. And today's crypto is DigiPulse. DigiPulse, their symbol is DGPT. Price is $1.57. His cost was 21 cents. His gain 638%, people. And he tagged it, "Don't die without DigiPulse." Nothing lasts forever except your digital crypto assets in DigiPulse. Great idea, something that I'm sure many of you have not even thought about, and is something that you truly should be thinking about as your portfolio grows in value. This is a serious conversation or preparation needed if you want to leave inheritance to your family, your crypto inheritance. So this is something that you really should think about, and this is the first company that I've heard of that's looking to tackle this. So again, DigiPulse, what they're aiming to do is ensure that all digital asset holders and crypto wallet users have ultimate control over who inherits their digital and crypto assets. DigiPulse founder Dmitry Dimitriev, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and partner will be sharing a live YouTube update on all the latest DigiPulse activities, including product development, token trading, our crypto market efforts, and other topics and interests. And that will be actually today at 2 p.m. UCT. So maybe Mike B may have some more information on that. May want to reach out to Mike B on that. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. And again, it's something that needs to be discussed as you guys become more wealthy in this space with these crypto assets and crypto coins. So DigiPulse is today's pick. Let's take a look at my man. Shout out to Max Keiser for shouting me out yesterday. He said, "My man Crypto Blood serves up Peter Schiff on a Bitcoin platter for the holidays." Shout out to my man Max Keiser, man. I was really hoping that I could have linked up with him on his dash across America, but they ended up not coming through Detroit, and we were supposed to link up. But he knows what's up, and he's been a Bitcoin ambassador for a long time. I don't know why. I've been following him longer than I've been in Bitcoin. Why the hell I never heard him talk about it? I don't know what I was doing. I have no clue. But yeah, shout out to Max Keiser. The Keiser, man, that guy is a god in this industry, in my opinion at least. He's a very smart guy, ex Wall Street trader, he knows his stuff. So really look up to him. And a lot of people don't take him seriously because of his his antics. He'll go on a rant or whatnot. But if you listen to the guy, man, Max really knows what the hell he's talking about and is smart. And along with his wife now, Stacy, they have a great show. So if you guys aren't up on Max Keiser, make sure you go check out the Keiser report on RT, I believe. CoinMarketCap right now is sitting at $491 billion. We were at the 500 or half a trillion mark earlier. But currently, we are looking green, people. Bitcoin's dominance has pulled back a little bit, so we're sitting at 57.9, almost 58%. We were in the I think we were in the 60%. I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, today we are talking net neutrality and what exactly that is. I'm going to break that down for you. And let me just shout out Tiki Tim. He asked twice in 2 separate videos. I'm not abandoning you. I'm not ignoring you, Tiki Tim. Just been very, very busy. But I really did like your question, so I put a mental marker to definitely go over net neutrality. So his question is, how will net neutrality affect tokens and coins? He's basically talking about net neutrality affecting cryptocurrency. So I'm going to go into, let's just kind of talk about what net neutrality is in the first place, right? For those who may not know what's going on. And it's been going on for quite some time, a few years. And we've been battling it in the alt media community and people who, and it's funny, it just flies right under the radar. You don't hear much about it on the mainstream media. They keep it really hidden away from us. So net neutrality basically is a principle that internet service providers must treat all data on the internet the same and not discriminate or charge differently by users, content, website, platform, etc. For instance, under these principles, internet service providers are unable to intentionally block, slow down, or charge money for specific websites and online content. I remember this being the case, one with Verizon. That was big. That's when I found out about it. I didn't even really know about net neutrality. Verizon was like blocking some like abortion group from like chatting or communicating with one another or something. So they were completely blocking their communication lines. And that was one. Then there was another, something with like Netflix, man. Like Comcast was throttling back the bandwidth for Netflix, and they had an issue with it because Netflix and all these type of streaming services are really taking a lot of market share away from these ISPs. So that's one example, but let's finish reading this definition here. So it goes on to say the term was coined by Columbia University media law professor Tim Wu in 2003 as an extension of a long-standing concept of common carrier, which was used to describe the role of telephone systems. A widely cited example of a violation of net neutrality principles was the internet service provider Comcast secret slowing or throttling of uploads from peer-to-peer file sharing applications by using forged packets. Comcast did not stop blocking these protocols like BitTorrent until the FCC ordered them to stop. AT&T was also caught limiting access to FaceTime. Wow. So only those users who paid for AT&T's new shared data plans could access the application. And in July of 2017, Verizon Wireless was accused of throttling after users noticed that videos played on Netflix and YouTube were slower than usual, though Verizon commented that it was conducting network testing and that net neutrality rules permit reasonable network management practices. So that's kind of what net neutrality is attempting to do, is to make sure that all packets sent across the internet are treated fairly and the same, indistinguishable. So what's happening though is there's something in the courts right now where they're trying to appeal or repeal, I should say, net neutrality. And so there's been a lot of concern about, is this going to affect the cryptocurrencies market? And no, it will not. It will not affect cryptocurrencies. And if it does, if let's say these ISPs through governmental intervention or pressuring, these ISPs decide to, or not decide, or have to kind of throttle and stop and block packets that are being sent to the, across the internet that pertain to blockchain, that could possibly create a black hole for many transactions that could cause issues. However, Bitcoin and blockchain currencies by nature are decentralized. So that's the whole point of Bitcoin being what it is to be a distributed ledger, right? So that's the whole point of it. So in the case of, let's say, net neutrality, they try to, they repeal it. Now they can decide when and how and what they either block or throttle, meaning slow down. Let's say that occurs. Well, this is why I tell you guys to really hedge yourself going forward. I don't think we're there yet, but you should be hedging yourself against governmental intervention within cryptocurrencies by holding some of these anonymous coins like Monero, Zcoin, Zcash. There are a lot of anonymous cloak. These coins will help mitigate this risk, because essentially all you have to do is route your traffic through a VPN or over a Tor network or something like that to just mix up your packets, and they'll never be able to track and throttle or block traffic that looks like a Bitcoin transaction. One thing I do want to show you guys though is there is actually, and this is neat, this is something you guys really should take note of, and Monero is actually working on communication lines between wallets over I2P network. They're working on that with C++ right now, man. So that is, it's called Corvry. So I'll try to leave a link to that if I can remember. But that is, so I2P is similar to what we call, like, I've used, and many of you may have used, Tor networks in the past or currently. I2P is a little different than Tor. So it's supposed to be slightly better than Tor, and Monero is looking to implement that. So that would completely eliminate any type of throttling. That it will be no way that these companies, these ISPs, internet service providers, would be able to stop Bitcoin or any other current cryptocurrency at that matter. So don't worry about net neutrality and cryptocurrency is not cryptocurrencies. They're not going to be able to stop Bitcoin in that manner. Okay. Now, let's even take it a step further. Let's say that they got the whole internet kill switch, which I don't think would ever be implemented. It would just completely kill the economy, and i.e. their ability to tax us. It would be detrimental to the cabal to kill the internet. So that wouldn't happen. But let's just say it did happen. I did a video a while back about being able to transmit or broadcast transactions via shortwave or low frequency wave or high frequency. I can't remember which one it is, but you really theoretically could set up a mesh network to communicate between the different ledgers or blockchains. So I'm telling you guys, this, just like we still have, LimeWire ended up becoming really riddled with viruses and stuff, but those types of BitTorrents and stuff, that stuff is still around, and you can download illegal software, movies, and all that stuff still to this day, because there's no way to stop a BitTorrent because it's decentralized essentially. So over IPFS, the files are kind of shared that way in many cases. So think of Bitcoin and all these blockchains that are open source, not the private ones, but think of the ones that are open source, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Monero, and the list goes on and on and on. Think of those as like the BitTorrent of money, right? That's how you can kind of think of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies in general, all of them that are open source. You're good, people. You're good. Just wanted to clear the FUD on that. Internet or net neutrality, or the repeal of net neutrality, will not affect cryptocurrencies, people. That's pretty much it. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you jump over there to cryptoblood.io and pick up some of those shirts, people. It's your boy. I'm out. Holla.